I would say we're in kind of a transitional period where we're coming out of kind of this previous mindset or previous reality, and we're shifting into this new mindset and new reality, which I'm calling reality 2.0. And it's interesting, and we'll be digging into it, starting with our first card, which is for Monday. This is the, let's see, can you see it? This is the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups, you see there's a gentleman there, and there are 3 of the 5 cups that are spilled over. And the Five of Cups sort of embodies a lot of negative emotions, I would say, like disappointment, sadness, grief, loss, like a lot of just negative emotions. And seeing that these 3 cups are spilled at his feet, basically, the cups in tarot signifies emotions and feelings of the heart. So obviously there's like this mess of emotions that needs to be cleaned up. And so for Monday, we're kind of dealing with that, just kind of cleaning up an emotional mess. The hopeful part of this card, however, if you look in the background, like right there, that's actually a bridge, and it's a bridge across this river here over to the other side of the river where there's a castle that's like lit up and glowing. So the other side of the river does indicate a happier existence, a more fulfilling existence, an existence that comes with all the components that you want in order to flourish in life. And so this card is hopeful that like there is a better space just up ahead, like over the bridge, across the river, on the other side of the river, if you're able to clean up this mess. Now, you don't want to leave the mess behind for someone else to clean up, because karmically that is ill-advised. Obviously, you wouldn't want to bring the mess with you into this new life that you envision for yourself. So you just kind of have to dig in and really feel into what's going on with this emotional chaos at your feet. And you know, whether you need to talk to a therapist or a friend or a consultant of some kind, like a relationship coach, to really kind of sort through this before you can physically like walk across that bridge over to the like more fulfilling life up ahead. But there is hope in the future, so just know that going into Monday. Kind of a rough card. Now, Tuesday, we have this beautiful card. It's the World card. And to me, I mean, this week in general is kind of about, I think, I don't know, maybe I mentioned it, but it's about moving from like this old mindset or old paradigm into a new paradigm and a new existence, like reality 2.0. And so I feel like this is the world that you will enter across that bridge on the other side of the river, if you're able to like clean up the mess. Now, the other kind of information I'm interpreting from this card is that, you know, when we're going through a paradigm shift and we're moving from one mindset into this new mindset, you don't wake up in this new world or new reality and like hit the ground running necessarily. There's kind of a learning curve. There's an adjustment period. There's this transitional phase. And so what Spirit is telling us is you do have to be patient and kind to yourself during this transitional phase. And you do want to give yourself grace, because you have to learn how to crawl before you can run, or before you can even walk. Like there's a walking phase too. So just know that like you're not gonna like there's gonna be kind of this wobbly period where your sense of gravity's off, or your sense of self is off, as you're like waking up into this new reality. And so just be kind to yourself and have patience, and know that, you know, you're on the right path, but it's not all going to happen like instantaneously. But that's awesome. We're entering into a new reality. Now on Wednesday, we have the Seven of Pentacles, and this is a great card also. It's about sort of reaping the rewards from all the energy, time, efforts, blood, sweat, and tears, money, like all the components that are required to invest into either a business or a creative venture, or like wherever we're putting our energy, we're able to finally see that take shape, and we're able to see the value from our investment and reap the rewards. Now, if you're not seeing those results right away, like on Wednesday, just know that the result will be coming right around the corner. That's what this card is saying, that success will be coming soon. So that's another great card. All right. Now on Thursday, we have the Six of Swords reversed. And this is another, we're kind of like dipping into the past. So this is a card that's saying we are sort of having a hard time letting go of the past, and we're sort of dipping our toe into what was and trying to get a taste of what was. Now, I have to be honest, like if you're trying to get a taste of what you knew from before, I can guarantee it's not going to taste the same. Like we're shifting into this new world and this new reality. What was is no more. Like you can give into the temptation and taste the past. However, it will not taste the same. It may be a little sour or salty or bland. It's not going to have that same substance that it had before. And it's not going to satisfy you in the way that you want it to. And so really, if you can shift out of that and into this new reality, like the new reality is what has the sweetness and the juicy like nectar that you're really seeking. And it has the substance, and the new reality 2.0 is what will fulfill you and nourish you. And so you kind of have to let go of the baggage that's anchoring you to the past, and just like cut the cord and set sail to that new destination, because that's where your happiness lies. And that's what the Six of Swords reversed is telling us for Thursday. It's kind of a slap in the face. All right, so Friday, we have the Two of Wands reversed. And this card is also reminding us, well, what I'm gathering from this is that it's like there's this reluctance to step outside of our comfort zone. And so let me just show you in the upright position that there's a gentleman there. He's looking out beyond the walls of the castle into the kind of the unknown territory, the uncharted waters. And he's holding a globe in his hand. And so he's literally holding the world in his hand, and he can see out beyond the confines of the castle that his growth and his development and his full potential is lying, and his ability to really create or to realize his biggest dreams is lying outside the borders of that castle. Yet he's choosing to stay within the confines of that castle because it's safe. And the thing is that when you choose to do that, your potential is limited by just simply the borders of that of where your surroundings essentially. And so you kind of have to make a decision, which is the two cards. They're like the Two of Wands, Two of Swords. It's all about making decisions. You're at a crossroads. And so this gentleman is making the decision to stay behind, to stay within the confines of that castle where it's safe and protected. But his potential is limited. And so one phrase that came into my head while I was reflecting on this card was actually the decision to stay safe is a trap. So let me say that again. The decision to stay safe is a trap. And so you can stay safe in this castle where your potential is limited, but when you're not able to fulfill your true potential, that's uncomfortable too. So you can be uncomfortably confined in the castle, or you can step outside your comfort zone into the unknown territory beyond where your potential can be fulfilled. And while that's uncomfortable, at least you're free. So you can be uncomfortably free, or you can be uncomfortably confined. And if you have a choice, if you're going to be uncomfortable either way, it's pretty obvious which path you should choose. I would want to be free, even if it's uncomfortable. So in the reverse position, you're kind of making that decision to stay behind, but really you should be pushing beyond the confines of that castle's wall into the great unknown. That's where your happiness lies. That's where your growth lies, your development. Your biggest dreams are realized out there in the reality 2.0. That's where that is. So that is Friday. And then on Saturday, we have the Three of Pentacles. And first I'll explain the upright version of the Three of Pentacles, which has to do with like good collaboration and like working well with people, and our plans kind of going as anticipated. In the reverse position, you can expect that things might be a little haywire or wonky. Just that, like things might not be working out the way you'd want. And I will say that on Saturday, Mercury will be stationing to go direct. And anytime, like on either end of the retrograde period, whether it's Mercury is stationing to go retrograde or stationing to go direct, there's more chaos that happens within the days kind of preceding and following the actual direct or retrograde motion. So you can expect things to be a little bit crazy on Saturday. So just as kind of a planning method, leave yourself a little extra time, as if you do have appointments or commitments to get from like point A to point B. Maybe leave a little extra space between your vehicle and the other vehicles around you if you can. And just be a little more patient and cautious than you normally would, because things can get a little crazy on Saturday with Mercury stationing to go direct. And then our final card of the week is a lovely card. It's one of my favorite. It's the Star. And to me, the Star card, well, it represents essentially, basically you're like shining your light like to the fullest nth degree. You're in your authenticity. I know I'm having like trouble drawing the words, but you're turning your dimmer switch all the way up, and anything creative that you pursue today is just, you're gonna be in like complete flow. It's a very high vibrational, high frequency card. And I'm almost feeling like Sunday will be a sneak peek into our new reality. Like the feelings that we're vibing with on Sunday is going to be like the norm for our new reality going forward. So we're gonna feel like in flow. We're gonna thrive. I almost feel like I keep getting this like breatharian thing coming through to where you're so engaged, so engrossed, so immersed in the activities that you're engaging in on Sunday that you don't even think about food. You're so nourished and so satiated by your creative endeavors or your whatever you're working on, that you don't even think about food. But you should be drinking water, be drinking water, because that's important. But like, you can fast, that's fine. Just make sure you're drinking some water. And there is water in the card there, so make sure you're drinking it. But yeah, like this is this is the new vibe. Like, this is our new reality. It's the star. Like, that's going to be our baseline going forward. So that's so exciting, and I can't wait to hear like what you guys are coming up with on Sunday. I mean, I hope I'm engrossed in music or something creative. And it just seems like it's going to be such good energy on Sunday. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys come up with on that day. But yeah, it's just totally high vibe, high frequency, just this feeling of elevation and illuminating, like you're radiating love and beauty and light. It's lovely. So that's how we end the week too. So we're ending it on a high note, even though we're kind of vacillating throughout the week between like our old existence, our new existence. We're ending it in reality 2.0. So that's great. So thank you guys for showing up today, and I look forward to connecting with you next week for the weekly forecast, and I will connect with you then.